Okay, I'm going to begin with the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer Oil Free. And we're just putting that in any areas that may become oily throughout the day. Next, I'm going in there with the L'Oreal True Match Foundation, and this one is in beige. And I'm just going to take 3 pumps of that because this is quite a heavy look. And I'm going to dot it everywhere that I'm going to want to spread outwards from. And a touch on my neck. I'm just going to take my buffing brush and begin working it into the skin. Now, to get the foundation to stay where I've put it almost, I'm not really doing any wiping motions this time. I'm just kind of wiping, stippling, if that makes any sense. So I'm kind of stippling into the skin, but at the same time I'm going in a downwards and outwards direction to get the foundation and the red air to do what I want it to do. I'm just going to take a touch more on certain parts of my face and just kind of do a small second coat, but nothing major. Okay, I'm going to leave my foundation as it is for a minute and start working on the brows. So at the moment I am taking this, it's actually a gel eyeliner, but I'm using it as my brow form. It's just from a company called Manhattan, which I picked up when I was in Germany a year or so ago. And I'm taking that on my small angled E65 from Sigma, and I'm just going to use that to shape my non-existent brows. And to keep the brows in place all day, I'm going to use a Revlon Brow Easy, just the gel from the Brow Fantasy. Brow Easy. That's ironic because it's not actually that easy with this. As a base colour for everything to for the eyeshadows to stick really nicely, I'm going to use the MAC Fluid Line in Our Secret. It's just a beautiful bronzy brown, and I'm just going to take that onto a duo fibre largish stippling brush, and without worrying too much where you're putting it, just going to add to the eye. I'm also drying it just below and about 3/4 of the way in. Again, not to worry about too much. Don't need to be too nude with this. It's going to be just your base. Focus. And as my smoky eye colour, I'm going to take this palette, which is one of the new 9 shade palettes from MAC. It's beautiful. There's so many different shades in there that you can create with. I absolutely love it. But one of my favourite shades is actually this one here in the middle. It is the perfect chocolate brown, and it lasts all day long with or without a base colour on. So I'm going to go in there with this. I'm not too worried about being too precise with it. This is quite a messy smoky eye. I'm just going to take it on the brush that comes with the Naked 2 palette and add it all over the eyelid. And underneath the eye. Making sure you join underneath with your outer V, so you don't want any gaps there. Okay, and then taking any clean blending brush, this is just the Tapered Blending E40 from Sigma. I'm just going to go in there and blend all the edges out. Okay, once you're happy that all of your blending is complete, I'm just going to take on a, I think this is a Coastal Scents brush, yes. I'm going to take this lightish pinkish shade here and just add that into my crease. Just as an after transition shade, if that makes any sense. Okay, and as my brow bone highlight, I'm going to take the top sparkly shade here and add that onto my brow bone. Okay, before we do anything else on the eyes, I'm just going to go in with some concealer. So I'm just going to take the Naked Skin in Fair Neutral, and I'm going to do some highlighting and all the rest. And I'm just going to use the same brush that I used to apply my foundation. And before anything sets, the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Light to set the under eye before we get some creasing. As my bronzer today, I'm going to try the MAC Match Master Concealer, and this is in 7.5. That doesn't actually have a name, but it is a beautiful brown. So I'm going to do some cream contouring. Okay, and to blend that in, I'm going to take a damp Real Techniques face sponge. I'm finding it isn't actually working that well with the face sponge, so I'm going to go back to my original brush. When you're using this, you want to go up, don't ever drag anything down. We're trying to create cheekbones here. And just keep blending until all the lines have gone away. Okay, I'm going to take the Kat Von D palette just to set all of the cream bronzing that I have just done, and I'm going to take a mixture of these two shades here and just add with a Real Techniques contouring brush. And as my blush today, if I can get it open with my now wrecked nails that I painted earlier, I'm going to use a mixture of these two here from a Makeup Revolutions blush palette. This is the palette in Sugar and Spice, and I'm just going to mix these two here together and add those to my cheeks. I'm doing that using a big duo fibre F50 from Sigma. These are super pigmented as well, so you want to be really super careful and just build it up as you go. Okay. Next, I'm going to attempt some liquid liner. I'm not going to do this on camera because I do plan on doing a liner video soon. So if you want to see how I apply my liquid liner, which granted isn't very often, but if you would like to see how I apply my liquid liner, then go and tune in for that one. Okay, liquid liner done. I just skipped over that bit for you guys. I will do a proper video. This is the Rimmel liner and it's just in 01 black. 001 black. It's not the greatest black that I've ever used, but it's the first time using it, so we've all got to try these things out. So I'm just going to take a shade more of the brown that I used and touch up my under eye. And again, the shade that we used on the brow bone, I'm going to take as my inner corner highlight. I'm just going to apply a coat of bottom lash mascara for my bottom lashes. I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And I'm also going to add a touch to my top lashes as well. Okay, and to finish off for my lips, I am going to line my lips first of all with MAC's Strip Down Lip Liner. And then as my lipstick, I am going to use MAC's Satin Lipstick in Peach Stock. Okay, so that completes this makeup look. I hope you enjoyed it. I did, I think, mention all the products I used in the video as I use them, but if I didn't, then I will try to remember to put them down below. If there's anything you want to know, then just leave it in the comments bar and I will get back to you pretty damn quick. Whoa, what have I forgotten to do? I'm quite disappointed in myself actually. Oh my god, we have forgotten to highlight, baby. Slap your wrist. So I'm going to take MAC's Soft and Gentle. I'm going to use that to highlight the high points of my face. My face. Ooh. Yeah. You can't add too much of this. Just using an e.l.f. brush to do this. Nothing major. Oh, what a difference. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, so this is the finished makeup look. I hope you like it. It's just my go-to smoky eye using a brown. I have got liquid liner on. I still have my lash extensions on, so I was going to apply these, which I think would go quite well. They're still quite natural. Yeah, that threw my lighting right off. But if you wanted to wear lashes, I was going to apply these. But it's like really late at night, and to waste a pair of lashes when I think it looks okay without them would be daft, I think. These are just the Isla 116s and they are pretty. I'm not very glamorous tonight. I've just got my hair whacked up in a bun because I'm on 3-day and I need to wash it. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, come follow me and do all that jazz, and then you can see what I post on my silly Instagram. don't know why I called it silly, it's just I'm in a bit of a weird mood today, do excuse. Anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!